Colette, something is exciting in the air this evening.
I know, and I'm feeling it.
I am so excited. I think we're in for a wonderful time this evening.
I think so too.
I would like to welcome you to the Spanish Court Hotel because this evening we're having the 10th staging of the Heart Trust NTA Values Icons Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you this evening to a very special staging, the 10th anniversary of the Heart Trust NTA Values Icon Award. My name is Errol Holmes, and I work with the Human Resources and Administration Division, and to my left is the lovely Colette. Colette, would you tell the folk who you are and where you work and what you do?
Certainly. I am Colette Kerr from the Northeast region, and I'm a Career Development Officer.
How long have you been with the Trust, Colette?
Just since November of 2014.
Wow, that's about the same time I came.
Commonality.
Yes, we're newbies today. So tell me, what is it that we're doing here today, Colette?
We are actually hosting the 10th staging, as you said, of our Values Icon Award ceremony. And I am just happy to be here, Errol. Heart Trust have been an icon itself in Jamaica. Heart Trust have been a beacon.
Yes.
And so being here,
Yes.
I just feel like an icon, a movie star.
I think we all are. And there's a very special folk down there. Why don't you welcome them for us?
I would be happy to. I am just elated to be a part of an organization that has maintained its relevance throughout its 33 years of existence by providing superior customer satisfaction that's driven by quality service. The dynamic, multifaceted, multi-talented workforce of the Human Employment and Resource Training Trust, National Training Agency, understands the value of teamwork and therefore forges sustainable partnerships within a framework of learning, creativity, and innovation so as to maintain its spot as Jamaica's, as the Caribbean's, and very soon the world's premier skills training and development agency.
So that's what the Heart Trust is all about.
Oh yes.
Well, I think I see some very, very significant faces in the audience.
course.
Why don't you tell us who they are and welcome them for us?
Dr. Moses Pear.
Dr. Peart.
Yes.
Who is he?
He is our honorable chairman of this dynamic trust.
Could you point him out for us? He doesn't even seem to realize that he's honorable. Would you say it again?
And then there is Mr. Westwood Smith.
I see. And who is he?
And he is our esteemed board member, chairman of the board HR committee.
Ah, yes, yes. As a matter of fact, he's the one who gives the HR division all the guidance it needs.
All right, I need to get close to him.
We need to talk about that. We'll talk about that a little later.
And then there is Dr. Wayne Wesley, and he's our noble executive director.
I see. Noble. Hold on. As you talk about noble, today is a special day for Dr. Wayne Wesley. I think you should ask him to stand. I gather he's very tall.
Ah, what's that special?
Well, ask him to stand first.
Would
Ask him
you
to stand first.
please?
Ask him to stand.
I just did.
Yes. Dr. Wesley, would you come up here, sir, please? This is the noble gentleman you talked
Yes, he is.
about. Somebody told me, sir, that today is very special for you. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the birthday of our executive director.
Happy, let me be the first one here. I hope.
Yes.
Say happy birthday, Dr. Wesley, and I hope you will have a wonderful day. I'm sure you already have a wonderful day, and the rest of the afternoon will be greater.
But we don't know about that one.
Today I'm actually sharing with Janet Dash. It's also her birthday.
Oh, hi!
Oh, it's yesterday. Yesterday, Janet? It's yesterday. Oh, well.
Thank you so much,
Wonderful.
sir.
Thank you. And of course, there is you.
Me?
Yes. Well, before I get to you,
Okay.
Carol, there is Mr. Eric Hossein.
Yes.
And he's our distinguished guest speaker.
And who is he?
He is the president of the Guardian Group.
Welcome so much, Mr. Hussein. Thank you so much for agreeing to be with us today.
Wonderful. And then there's you, my astute co-host.
Well, how very kind of you.
And do you want me to tell you who you are?
I think everybody knows what is very special about it that Dr. Wesley and I share this day in common. But it's his birthday and it's my 21st wedding anniversary.
Can we give him a round of applause? 21 years. Happy anniversary.
Thank you so much for that.
Then I must welcome our reigning values icon, Mrs. Shorna Mary.
Thank you so much, Shorna, for gracing us with your presence. And you're passing on a great legacy.
Then there is also our worthy values icon.
Yes, all 5 of them. Please give them a round of applause. The 5 persons while we're here today.
I must welcome all our senior directors, senior managers, colleagues, other invited guests and friends. It is therefore my profound privilege to officially and cordially welcome you to the 10th staging of the Heart Trust NTA Values Icon Awards luncheon. It is my hope that as we participate in this ceremony, we will be more encouraged, like our nominees, to epitomize the 6 core values of our honorable organization. Mrs. Newstop Mary, permit me to borrow your mantra and encourage our audience to take the values off our walls and place them in our hearts. Ladies, gentlemen, welcome.
Welcome. And at this time, we're going to ask our noble Executive Director, Dr. Wayne Wesley, to come and give his remarks.
You know, before he comes, Errol, there are 3 words that have become synonymous with this individual.
Yes.
And no, it's not the write that down that he says to his able assistant, Ruth Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
These words he pulls from our mission: integrated, flexible, responsive. And these are the words that form the basis of his mandate. Yes, Dr. Wesley, I have been listening.
No, we're asking you to come before the chair. Yes.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies, Chairman of the Board, Dr. Moses Spirit, our guest speaker, Mr. Eric Hosing, board members, executives, senior management, the Values Icon nominee, and I'll just let the post out of the bag right now. The winner is no, I think that is reserved for later on, but for all, in my own estimation, all 10 persons who were nominated are actually winners for us this afternoon. I think you have indeed would have exhibited at some point in time some or all of our values for you even to be considered. And I'm wondering when somebody will consider me for values. You know, when I get nominated, this year was quite excited. I like the fact that persons were supposed to be vying for vote. I recognize that some persons really don't have the backbone to go for votes, while others are really at it. You'll get WhatsApp messages every now and then to say vote for me, you know, and get the competition going. So I guess some persons really know how to work the social media and ensure that, you know, you are kept in the limelight. So that's something that I perhaps need to learn as well. And I'm going to start my campaign from now on. Vote for me. Make sure that I'm a part of it. But indeed, the Heart Trust NTA is quite keen on ensuring that whatever we do to facilitate national development, that we are also quite cognizant of the responsibility that we have towards each other. And that is customer service, both internally and externally. And it is important that as we seek to elevate one to be the champion and leader, to champion the cause for what our values icon stands for, that it becomes a part of the DNA of every single member of this organization. It is important that we value each other and see the importance of ensuring that how I respond to you and how you respond to me is critical in creating an environment, an harmonious environment that will allow us to work together as a family and as a team. When I look back on what we have been able to accomplish as an organization, it would not have been possible because I am executive director, or the past executive director, or even the fact that Dr. Moses Spirit is our chairman. It is possible because we came together and recognized that there is one objective, and that is fostering national development. And for that to happen, it means that we must work together as a team, being very sensitive and cognizant of the fact that as a team we need to understand each other's behavior, each other's needs, desires, and what it is that we need to feel comfortable at home. We spend most of our time, and they're talking about flexi time now, but we spend most of our time at work, not at home. It's really at work together, trying to make sure that we accomplish the objective of this organization. So I am just so privileged, and I thank you all for that privilege to be the face boy out there talking about what you all are doing so well to make this organization great. I applaud you for your efforts and what is it that you have been doing as a staff for this organization. The values icon, the outgoing values icon, where is she? Where is she sitting? Can you just stand up for me, please? Shauna Mary. Last year when Shauna Mary won the Values Icon Award, she made the objective of trying to change the organizational culture in understanding how we integrate all 6 of our core values into the organization culture and operation. And I think at our last couple senior management meeting ago, she came forward with a very good plan and idea, and I want to applaud you for what you have done, Shauna. You represented well, because after receiving your award, and I'm not preempting your speech, all right, because I know you're going to come, but after you received your award, you actually came to the board and get me in trouble, because you said all sorts of things that my board might begin to put down on paper and hold me accountable for. But that goes to show that you really had the staff at heart, and the fact that you really wanted to change the culture and environment of this organization. So we applaud you for what you have done. And so, to Miss or Mr. Values Icon for this year, I know that you will come with your own plan, and you will come trying again to spread the love in this organization and to make sure that we accomplish what is it that we want to accomplish as an organization in that team effort, and focusing a lot this year on customer service, both internal and external. I think that is critical for us as an agency because we're doing a lot, and we want to make sure that those with whom we interact are actually feeling the fact that we are caring for them. So, to the person who will win, and should I say it, man? You don't know? It's on the screen? Oh, that's the winner here. William Madison, champion. Great. But whomever, congratulations to you all. I think you have done well. And colleagues, we are all supposed to be representative of the values icon symbol. God bless you.
And now that we've heard from our executive director, the person who's going to put the icing on the cake now and really help us to understand where this ship is supposed to be going and to give us his very special words of introduction and commendation, we're going to ask our chairman, Dr. Moses Peart, to come to the podium. Would you please welcome our chairman?
Master, Miss of Ceremony. They are claiming new titles, so I have to be careful. But you permit me to just say we're going to observe all decent protocols, and just to mention a few persons before I omit anybody. I'm going to say family members, distinguished guests, and friends. And I especially want to recognize a person who I just met for the first time today, Mr. Eric Hosen, countryman like myself, who is head of the Guardian Group. Quite an achievement in Jamaica, quite a significant role he plays in the society and in our economy. So it's a pleasure for me to have met you, and we look forward to sharing with you this moment. And I have to recognize my colleague, Director Smith, who is always with us giving advice, even when we are not his illustrious domino partner. His illustrious partner is not here today. All right, let me not detain you much longer, but I wanted to share with you my take on this values icon thing. I hope you agree with the couple things I'm going to say, because I was looking around to see what the meaning is, and I think I found it on businessdictionary.com, one of the best definitions I've seen. And it's simply put, values are important and lasting beliefs and ideals shared by members of a culture or an organization or team or family. I'm extending that. And it captures what values are about. They are beliefs system, and they are embedded in our ideals, what we want to live by. Icon, I put together my own definition because from the different versions of it I put in a capsule, it's a symbolic representation, or if we want to personalize it, we say it's a symbolic representative of the culture. The fact that we have shared values in it means that the values are known. If they are not known, they can't be shared. They are known, well known, and therefore adopted by the entire family. Therefore means that a values icon is not representing him or herself, but representing the entire family. And so values must carry on and carry throughout the organization. And it's not a one-off thing. It's not like Christmas, when we come together to celebrate Christmas and forget Christ for the rest of the year. It must be an ongoing thing. It's always a work in progress. If we're to build on our values, we can't just hang them on a wall and say those are. We have to live it. So values are our lived experiences. And so therefore, whoever becomes our values icon for this year has to begin to live it for us to see in the family and representative of the family. And you have to do this with, it's not, to my mind, the values icon thing is not a contest. It's a test. It's a test of commitment. So anyone we select, and I know you're familiar with the values, we're putting you to the test to profess and to have those values endure. So those values, you must be dedicated to carrying them on and representing all of us throughout the year And you have to do that for dedicated service. Now, I close with one quotation, and I heard it from, I took it from a quote from Mahatma Gandhi. And the emphasis on service for the values icon says, service without joy helps neither the servant nor the served. So, values icon, I mean, I'm looking at no special direction. Notice, me no know who. Right, so I'm not looking at, I'm looking at all five, yes. Values icon, you have to do this with a commitment, renewed commitment to service. But service without joy is going to help neither you nor those we claim to serve. I hope you are committed to it, and once you take on this mantle, it's going to be heavy, and you're all planning and directing your new pathways. We look forward to sharing with you, because you're always going to represent all of us in this family, beginning with this humble chairman. God bless you. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. And we just thank you for encouraging us that all of us as family members of the Heart Trust NTA are values icon. Thank you. You know, I was in a Catholic school, right? There was a little... Alright, I have your attention now. Good. So in a Catholic school cafeteria, a nun places a note in front of a pile of apples. Only take one. God is watching. Further down the line is a pile of cookies. A little boy makes his own note. Take all you want. God is watching the apples. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to take all or you want to take one, we will be served very soon with lunch. And so we're going to be inviting Miss Suzette McKenzie, to offer grace on our lunch.
While Susan comes, I gather that the lunch today is very, very special.
Have you seen the menu?
It looks very tasty.
Yes.
Gracious Father and our God, we want to thank you that you are the God who provides. We thank you, Lord God, for the opportunity to come together in this fashion to celebrate excellence. Father God, even as we partake, we ask for your continued blessing upon us, Almighty God. We pray, God, that we will not just celebrate excellence as an organization, but that, Father, we will continue to spread this throughout the nation and across the world. Thank you again for that which we're about to receive. In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to share the lovely meal that has been prepared, and while that happens, we'll be entertained with excellent music from a very special gentleman. Colette, this gentleman is very gifted. I have had the opportunity to sit in various audiences where he has performed. His name is Sheldon Palmer. He's a saxophonist. He's extremely gifted, and I'd like to have Heart Trust make him welcome as he comes and plays with us as we together share in this meal. Sheldon, would you come?
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Alright, I will be entertaining while you guys eat. My name is Sheldon Palmer. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to be at the back because the sound is at the back. So, you know, you guys will hear me. But do enjoy your meal. Have fun. Right, sir? Alright, everybody? Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, while you enjoy your meal and come at your table, we'd just like you to turn your direction to the screen, and we're going to be having the first of 5 video clips of each of the finalists for our Values Icon Awards for this year. The first person who we will be viewing is finalist Alison McIntyre. Would you please turn your attention now to the video representing Alison McIntyre.
It's the Values Icon competition for 2014, and we're going on location to meet our finalists. Our first stop takes us to the west. So journey with us as we go to the Hart College of Innovation and Technology, where we'll meet Alison McIntyre. Good morning.
Welcome to the Hart College of Innovation and Technology, home of HCIT's Values Icon, Alison McIntyre.
So here we are with our Values Icon nominee from the West, Miss Alison McIntyre. Alison, what a welcome.
Nice to have you.
It's our pleasure. So tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, it's my pleasure to tell you a little bit about myself today. I'm from a very small community in Hanover called Welcome. I must though say that before I continue, I'd like to thank all the members of the Hart Trust for the overwhelming support since I was nominated as Values Icon. I have a background in business administration. I was also trained in software programming, networking, and educational leadership. Incidentally, I began my training. I went to Mount Alvernia High, I went to Northern Caribbean University. I also was trained here at CIT. So I started at CIT about 12 years ago as a teaching assistant, and I moved from that position to an instructor, then a senior instructor, and a program coordinator. My current role is that of the head of school, acting, for the HCIT. And my specific role relates to academic leadership and with an emphasis on quality at CIT.
So how does it feel to be a finalist in the Values Icon competition for this year?
I'm really humbled that I could be put in this type of spotlight. It was really something that I didn't expect, but I have been enjoying every moment since.
Okay, and how do you see yourself infusing the core values in your daily work life?
Well, for me here at CIT, it's not something that I necessarily set out to do on a day-to-day basis, but it's something that is needed in order for me to achieve my objectives. And so, being in a technology institution where things are constantly changing, it is very important, of course, that we remain relevant, that we forge partnerships with industry that's going to make us be able to train the type of students that are going to be ready to take on not only the challenges that are now existing, but the challenges that they will see when they get out there in the world of work. And so customer satisfaction, teamwork, relevance, partnerships, quality, all of these are actually very important aspects of remaining relevant and providing a good type of product for our clients and for our students.
Okay, I noticed this award when I came in. It was presented to the HCIT for Strategic Partnerships in the Northwest region. Do you want to tell us about this award?
Yes. Back in 2012 or so, we of course recognized the importance of close ties with industry in order to maintain a certain amount of relevance, to be able to give our employers a type of students that will not only know in terms of book knowledge, but be able to apply the skills and be able to transition into new technologies. And so we forged these very critical and important partnerships with industry players in that period, and we still are. So we have partners such as Microsoft and Cisco. At that time we had BlackBerry Academy and stuff like that.
Okay. Yes. So Alison, without giving too much away, can you just give us a little bit of what your project would be if you were to be named the 2014 Values Icon?
Okay. Well, I do not want to give you all the details now, so that when I give my presentation you'll get a little bored. I must say that my project will allow persons to recognize, to highlight certain actions that we perform sometimes on a daily basis, and sometimes we don't even see that we are doing them, or it can be some actions that are coming from the organizational level. We highlight those, the ones that relate, of course, specifically to our core values. This project is geared to empowering my colleagues so that they will be able to not only recognize the values, but to participate in the values program. And this, of course, will be done through regular communication, through employee interaction, and of course through deliberate action.
Okay, sounds interesting. Thank you so much for having us today. It was really a pleasure meeting you and your team.
Believe me, the pleasure was all ours.
And all the best for the rest of the competition.
Thanks very much. It was a pleasure.
Give me a C. C. Give me a T. T. Give me a R. R. Give me a L. L. Give me a Q. Q. Give me a P. P. She got the C, T, R, L, Q, and B. She's got the C, T, R, L, Q, and B. She's got the C, T, R, L, Q, and B. She's got the C. She's got the T. She's got the R. She's got the L. She's got the Q. She's got the B. She's got the C, T, R, L, Q, and B. She's got the C, T, R, L, Q, and B. She's got the C, T, R, L, Q, and B. She's got the C, T, R, L, Q, and B.
Who's got the C, T, R, L, Q, and B? Who's got the C, T, R, L, Q, and B? Who's got the C, T, R, L, Q, and B?
I say!
Alison, thank you, and continue being the icon that you are. Now the next video will be that of Marsha Grant. Enjoy.
Our next stop takes us to the beautiful Cardiff Hotel and Spa. We're in search of our next finalist, Marsha Grant.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good, how are you tonight?
Having a good day? Alrighty, see ya. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Marsha Grant and I am the operations manager here at the Cardiff Hotel and Spa. My major job function is really to ensure the synergy between the hotel and the training institute and to ensure that the trainees get relevant work experience. I also do local marketing, develop strategies to ensure that the operationalization of the TVET model is done. Welcome to my world.
So Marsha, it's quite an interesting portfolio that you have. Can you tell me how have you been able to infuse the core values in all of this?
Well, ideally, I think the core values is the foundation for everything I do. So as operations manager, I think everything I do, I try to attach to a value. So for example, I will do something and in the back of my head, I go, okay, relevance, okay, customer service. Or I have a passion for developing strategies, for coming up with new things. And one of the things I will do is I ask myself, is it customer friendly? How is it going to affect customer service? How am I going to maintain quality? How is it going to affect teamwork? Is it actually relevant to the operational vision of the Heart Trust NTA? So I think I align very well, and I think it assists me in making my team very aligned with the values of the organization.
Okay, when I came in, Marsha, I noticed this award that you got for the most outstanding employee for the core value of learning, creativity and innovation. You want to tell us about this?
Well, at the time I was acting as center manager at the Falmouth Vocational Training Center, now Northwest TVET Institute, Falmouth campus, and in the transition when we were going to launch, I developed little strategies, different things to ensure that the flow was smooth, the transition became smooth. Some of the strategies related to training, but in others, just something to help people transition. So when I spoke to my director, he actually said, boy, there was nobody else he could give that award. That was really yours, because once you give me a problem, I try to find a solution to it, something very creative. I'm very creative.
Okay. And without giving away too much, can you just give us a little bit of what your project would be if you should be named the Values Icon for 2014?
Okay, my project is very dynamic. It's unique. It is designed to reintroduce, re-energize, to hype up the values program. It is designed that every member of staff can participate. It is designed to also foster the core values. So there are elements of the project itself that are teamwork driven, they are partnership driven, there are elements of the project that speak to other divisions. So it is going to be new, and it is something that is trending in outside life. It is a series of events that will keep persons viewing and keep persons attached and attracted to the program. So I think it's a unique project, and I am sure that at the end of the project, the values program is gonna change.
Exciting stuff, Marsha. I can't wait. So Marsha, how does it feel to be a finalist in this year's competition?
I'm excited, I'm elated, I'm extremely proud. Out of all the employees in Heart Trust, I was nominated, and I feel that I am representing the persons who nominated me. So I'm very excited, very, very excited.
Okay. Well, cheers, Marsha.
Thank you.
And all the best for the rest of the competition.
Thank you.
Marsha! 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 Marsha Grant, Values Icon 2014.
Another round of applause for Marsha Grant. Marsha. All right. And our next video will be that of Sheila Williams. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Central is where it's at, the corporate office to be exact. And we're going in search of our next finalist, Miss Sheila Williams.
Hi, I'm Sheila Williams, a member of the Internal Audit Team. I've been with the Trust for over 15 years. In the capacity as an auditor, I'm responsible for ensuring that the Trust resources are used in an efficient and effective manner. Come with me.
Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning, Ms. Carr.
How are you today?
Fantastic.
Oh, it's great being here at the corporate office with you today. And I want you to tell us, how does it feel to be a finalist in the Values Icon competition for this year?
Well, I'm truly humbled by the fact that they have nominated someone from the Internal Audit Department. At least our value outside there in the field is noticed. And for that, I'm truly grateful and appreciative.
Okay. And how have you been able to infuse the core values in your daily work life?
Well, through quality, I must say, is a way of life for internal auditors and for me here in the department, my team by extension. We have to abide by strict internal auditing standards. So the way we execute our work, the way we behave as auditors, those are guided by international auditing standards.
And without giving away too much, Sheila, can you just give us a little sneak peek into what your project would be if you were to be selected as a Values Icon for 2014?
Well, I plan to introduce a game-changing project, which will no doubt impact people's lives and well-being, the employees here at the Trust. It has various components to it. One component is basically to arouse awareness of these core values, and as well as participation in various activities which will no doubt reinforce these core values.
Okay, I'm excited already.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Sheila, and all the best for the rest of the competition.
Thank you too.
Sheila from Values Icon 2014. Yay!
Thank you so much, Sheila Williams. If you notice, ladies and gentlemen, that their aim is really to heighten the awareness of the core values among the employees of the trust. And I'm sure that whoever you are, Values Icon, that you will do an amazing job. Now we're going to be hearing from the lone gentleman in the group, Mr. William Malabar.
We're in the cool hills of St. Andrew, the National TVET Center to be exact, and we're going in search of our next finalist, William Malabar.
Hi, my name is William Malabar from the ICS division. I'm the IT operations manager and I've been with the organization for over 20 years. My responsibilities include providing customer service and support to our internal and external customers, as well as procuring IT equipment. Welcome to our IT world.
William, thank you for inviting us into your world. What's happening in here?
Well, this is a workshop, and this is where we fix, we break everything, and we put them back together to make them workable.
Okay. So tell me, how do you infuse the core values in your daily work life in a space like this?
Well, one other thing is that it takes teamwork, because it's, as you can see, it's not a one-man show. So we work together to resolve any issues or any problem that may come up, and you find out that sometimes we have issues that while you may have had the academic learning, it takes some experience and you'll have to pull on your team members. So on the core value we put in is teamwork and also as well as innovation, because we sometimes have to come up with innovative ways of resolving an issue.
Okay, interesting. And so tell me, without giving away too much, I want you to give me a little bit of what your project would be if you were to be named the Values Icon for 2014.
Ah, my project. What can I tell you? It will be pulling on relevance as one and as well as innovation, and it will see it more focused on what the customer, as I would call it, heart employees, will be able to use this type of system to benefit them in how they interact with the different various systems in heart.
Okay, so you're saying from the top to the bottom will be impacted?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. I'm excited.
I am as well.
Okay.
William! William! William!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the finalist, the fifth person in our finalist for today is Sasha from the farm. Would you please turn your attention to Sasha Shimhue, who is the Deputy Manager at Ebony Park.
It's the final leg of our journey, and our next stop takes us to Clarendon.
Welcome to Ebony Park Heart Academy, home of our next values icon, Sasha Shimhue.
Hi, I am Sasha Shimhue, Deputy Manager at Ebony Park Heart Academy. I've been with the organization for over 10 years. Some of my responsibilities include seeing to the training and well-being of not only the staff, but also my trainees. My other responsibilities include forging and maintaining partnership and making sure that quality is the hallmark of all that I do. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work, and customer satisfaction is paramount for me. Welcome.
Book of life, roll call, brother, sister, roll call. Hey, roll call, roll call. Say roll call, roll call. Say there's a meeting up at White House, roll call. Say our name written there in that icon book. Roll call, brother, sister, roll call. Sasha, you hear your name? Say, why hear your name? Do you hear your name? Sasha, you hear your name? Say is your name waiting there in that icon book. Oh, roll call, and her sister roll call. She says she knows, says she blessed. She says she knows, says she blessed. As long as Jesus, a fear provider, she knows, says she blessed. We are go write our name up there. She a go write our name. She a go write her name up there. Hey, she a go write her name in the icon book. Oh, the icon. Yes, the icon. She a go write her name in the icon book. Oh, she write her name up there. Sasha, here I
Who's the satisfaction?
Miss you.
Who's the quality?
Miss you.
Who's the teamwork?
Miss you.
Who's the partnership?
Miss you.
Hold on. Say the voices. You know more about Miss Simu when you do your interview.
Shame you.
So we're here at the Ebony Park Heart Academy in the office of Sasha Shinhyu, our next finalist. Sasha, how does it feel to be a finalist in the competition this year?
I have feelings of excitement and humility.
Wow, and I see you have a strong team behind you. How did you get them to participate?
The truth is I have a wonderful set of persons working with, and they have bought into my vision. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Indeed. So how do you incorporate or infuse the core values in your daily work life?
Well, the job requires that from all aspects the core values have to be lived, from quality partnerships to quality reports to the team coming together to make events happen, such as the ones that you saw today. So in every aspect it is lived.
Okay, and without giving away too much, can you just give us a little sneak into what your project would be if you were to be named the Values Icon?
I'm truly excited about this. It's about infusing the core values from orientation to retirement. It is making the word or the theme core values be on the lips of every staff member and persons actually having the opportunity to live it. So I'm truly excited for my presentation.
I am excited too, Sasha, and all the best to you for the rest of the competition.
Thank you so much.
I'm really happy that I don't have to make the choice today.
I was about to say the same thing because our interview panelists could not have had it easy. I was there saying, okay, that one, and then by the time I saw the other video, I was saying, okay, that one, and then that one. I don't know what I would do.
Well, I think all this means that we have some really brilliant people working for the trust, and I think we should give everybody a hand for what they saw.
So, we have been speaking about our guest speaker, and it's not our task, Errol, sadly, to introduce the guest speaker. So we're going to be introducing the persons who will be introducing the guest speaker. So these persons are members of the Values Icon Committee, Miss Anna K. Taylor and Mr. Orlando Dempster. Alright, so we welcome Miss Taylor and Mr. Dempster to the microphone.
Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Errol Holmes.
Dr. Moses Fair, Chairman and members of the board.
Dr. Wayne Wesley, Executive Director of the Heart Trust NTA.
Senior Directors of the Heart Trust NTA.
Finalists of the Values Icon 2014.
Other distinguished guests.
Members of the media.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Pleasant afternoon. Our guest speaker for today is a born and bred Kingstonian. In his early days, he attended the Duane Park Primary School. He successfully matriculated to the distinguished Calabar High School and then on to the University of Technology, formerly known as CAS. He holds a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration from UTech and a Master's of Business Administration from Nova Southeastern University. He is also a graduate of the Harvard Business School in Boston, USA, with certification in marketing strategy.
He has a long and sterling career in the field of insurance, having been in the industry for over 25 years. He is currently the president of Guardian Life Limited and have been serving in this capacity since January 2010. He also served as director of the Insurance Association of Jamaica and an executive of the Insurance Association of the Caribbean.
A Christian for over 35 years. He never fails to give God credit for all his achievements. In service to God's work, he is currently a deacon and a board member of the Church of the Open Bible. He also chairs the special events and finance committees.
His hobbies include jogging, walking, and gardening. He's married to a beautiful woman, and that union has so far produced three wonderful daughters. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome our guest speaker for today, Mr. Eric Hossin.
Whoa, I've never had such an introduction before. This one floor me. All protocols observed. Mr. Eric Hossin. You know, a teacher actually said once, "Oh, what a sin that God created Hossin." Boy, you know, it's good to be a sinner saved by grace. But you know, my friends, I am really overwhelmed by just seeing all of you here and the occasion. I have seen some friends like Colin, who I used to squat in his dorm. Remember that, Colin? Boy, I tell you some things I used to do. Then you can understand why the teacher said what she said. And I sit down later with my friend, used to be my daughter's teacher, a good friend of ours. And others, and you know, it is good to be among friends. Let me first congratulate the Heart Trust for the significant role it has played since 1982 in building our nation. Certainly, you have done a tremendous job, and something that as Jamaicans we are all proud of. And really, you can just turn to your neighbor and tell them congratulations. Yeah, man, give them a good handshake, man. All right. Now, you know, this whole thing of values, as we were there sitting and chatting, we were talking about, you know, country, and you heard that I'm really from the country and I'm here from the town. Well, the chairman, I used to pass his yard by the train heading from Kingston to Cambridge, because my mother she's from Cambridge, or was from Cambridge, but she had a thing whereby every summer you had to go there. So maybe I saw him when I was a young boy. I didn't even know him. But this whole thing of values, you know, I recall this family sitting in a nice Kingston uptown house, you know, having achieved a lot. The father was there trying to share some of the values with his children. And so he said, you know, when I was a little boy, you know, things used to be hard, and, you know, we didn't have any shoes, and, you know, bathroom was outside, and, you know, things were really difficult. We had to go feed the goat and get up early morning and walk a couple miles. So his son turned to him and said, "Daddy, you must be glad you live with us, know me?" Life is not so hard now. You know, let me also congratulate those who have been nominated to be icons. I just think that they are all icons, and please, can you just give them a real good hand clap? And the campaign, and I'm sure you could go and help the political parties with their campaign program. Saluting and all that thing, dancing and... But you know, first of all, you invited me, I guess, as president of Guardian Life, but as they told you, I'm a Christian, and so a lot of what I will share with you is my own personal views on life and values and so on. And so that is really great, and it's something that many of us at Guardian, we take it very seriously in terms of our Christian principles. First of all, let me put on my little old age assistance. I'm 55 this year, so you have to see with me. It says, I, the Lord, search the heart and examine the mind to reward each person according to their conduct, according to what their deeds deserve. And that's Jeremiah 17 and verse 10. You know, the definition of values, and you know, the chairman shared some, it says, principles and standards of behavior, one's judgment of what is important in life. 2, it's important and lasting beliefs or ideals shared by members of a culture about what is good or bad, undesirable or undesirable. Values are of major influence on a person's behavior and attitude and serves as a broad guideline in all situations. Some common business values are fairness, innovation, community involvement. Based on the hosting of this award, it is clear that the vision of the Heart Trust is not all about a Jamaican workforce trained and certified to international standards, stimulating employment, creating investments, contributing to the improved productivity, competitiveness, and prosperity of individuals, enterprise, and nation. But it is also about upholding right values as a key part of achieving your vision. And that, to me, my friends, is really fantastic. I'm very impressed also by the values of Heart in terms of the 6 staples, your core values. Heart Trust promotes transparency, accountability, and good work ethics. That you are committed to providing an environment of integrity that fosters and engenders good moral, fiduciary, and legal practices that are guided by these values. Customer satisfaction, relevance, quality, partnership, learning, creativity, and innovation, and teamwork. Now, moving on to the definition of an icon. A person described as an icon is someone who is a representative symbol. And I think each and every one of you, not just those who are here as nominees, but everyone in an organization must strive to be the representative symbol of what an organization is all about. But also, it is someone who has power over others, is talented, is inspirational, is a role model, and a person that people in the public look up to, admire for the things they do and have done. What an awesome responsibility. And that is so important for the nominees, that they understand that, you know, while having fun, while enjoying themselves, it is an awesome responsibility being placed on them. Philippians 4 tells us, verse 8 tells us, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, pure, lovely, of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. And I just want to stop about the good report, because sometimes in society we get caught up and misinterpret what is good. You have some man, if you really check a man who hold you down, want to take away your thing from you, he justifies in his mind that he's doing nothing wrong. Because him say, boy, society fight against him, and so he must fight back against society. And you know, you have it and me should have it too. And because you oppress me, why you have it, and that's why I'm going to take it from you. You understand the runnings? But you know, the fact is, my friends, you can justify a lot of things. You can maybe even in your own mind have a warped idea about what is true, what is honest, what is just, what is pure, what is lovely. But the problem you're going to have is the good report part. Because what the good report is saying is that whatever you do, you should be able to write it down and show it to others. And that is when it is determined whether it is good or not. You know, one day, and in fact today I want to apologize here, I was trying to find someone in the office and it slipped because I got caught up with something else. What other word could I use other than a public official? So that's the word I have. And this is a true story. A public official came to me one day and was here and I said, Eric, you know that buying a license no is nothing wrong with it. I said, what do you mean by that? He said, no man, everybody, no problem with that. That is no longer a no. That is no problem with that. I said, you really believe that? He said, yes. Nothing wrong with it, Eric, man. What you talk about, man? Right now, buy one for my child. I say yes. And you say, everybody in society have no problem with it? He say, yes, man, no problem. I said, all right. What I want you to do is, he said, tomorrow morning, I want you to call Barbara Gludon, tell them your name, and tell them that's what you believe. He said, so Eric, man, what kind of foolishness you going with? Because it can't be a good report. It couldn't uphold itself as a good report. And so, this good reporting, I think the Lord placed it right there to ensure that even if you have a warped or a misconceived idea about what is good, what is true, honesty, purity, justice, and what is lovely, the good report may give you a little problem if it not really fit properly. I'm a part of a group that some years ago, a gentleman, a multi-billionaire, not millionaire, billionaire in US dollars, came together, started a group that is called Unashamedly Ethical. And really, it is saying to us, he used to be involved a lot as a private sector construction worker, owned a firm, and his firm is a $1 billion firm in South Africa. And what he came up with is this organization trying to build ethics in business. He had to turn away from millions of dollars, knowing that, this was an easy way to make money in South Africa, to hold on to some basic principles. And I want to encourage all of you to think carefully and take up the challenge. And I'm going to share with you. It says you have individual commitment form, a commitment to being ethical in your behavior. Because, my friends, no matter what you do, wherever you go, ethical principles, I can assure you, doing good pays. Doing what is wrong and unethical, it may feel sweet at the beginning, but it is going to create problems for you. A whole lot of problems. In fact, he was there sharing, if you notice, in South Africa, they had a list of contractors for all kind of bandul, as we would call it, all kind of racketeering out of the World Cup that they had, the World Cup, with the building of the stadiums. There are 10 major construction companies in South Africa. He's one of them, but all nine others were listed. People went to prison, but he was a part of that practice many years ago. If he had continued and not decided to be ethical, you can imagine what will happen. And so it says, an individual commitment to be entirely truthful in all that you say, to be faithful to your family relationships, to do nothing out of selfish ambition and conceit, but to look out for the interest of others, to refuse to elicit, accept, or pay any bribes, and to encourage others to do the same. The fifth one is to be diligent without being harsh. Yeah, be careful that one, To be diligent without being harsh, and striving to be just and fair. To be a peacemaker, to do your work wholeheartedly. And just looking at the videos, you can see that you have some icons that really take that one seriously, really are committed to their work. To submit yourself to just and ethical governing authorities. To remember the poor by investing generously and sacrificially in the broader community. To collaborate with your peers to impact our community and nation. These are the 10 things that if you go to the website, Unashamedly Ethical website, you will see and you will commit to, and they'll actually email you a certificate. And I do have forms here that I'll leave at the back so you can sign up. But I am really, this is something that within even the business community, this is the first time you will ever see, I have seen, both Scotia and NCB, both Sagicor and Guardian Life, investing and promoting something, because we believe that it is something. We have had the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition signing on board onto being unashamedly ethical. This is something I want to encourage you to be a part of, my friends. Finally, because I'm giving a limited time here. Finally, let me encourage these icons to be humble. It is easy for someone who is a representative symbol, and for these icons, it is representing the values of heart. Someone who has power is talented, inspirational to make this thing fly to your head. Humble yourself. James 4 verse 10 says, humble yourself before the Lord and he will lift you up. Matthew 23 verse 12 says, for those who exalt themselves shall be humble, and those who humble themselves shall be exalted. Once again, congratulations to our icon. But let me encourage everyone to follow the icons and uphold the high ethical standards of this noble institution. This will assist in ensuring that we have a pure heart. God's richest blessings to you all. Thank you very much.
Mr. Hosing, now that you have clearly helped us to know that there is no fraud in fact, and that you are both a Kingstonian and a countryman, and you've shared with us the ethical values of being in high office, and more importantly, to have a good report, and to ensure that all that you do is well done, we would like to honor you by asking you to come back to the podium. And as you come, we're going to invite our HR specialist, Ms. Shannon Barnett, to give you a tangible token of our appreciation.
Mr. Hosing, on behalf of Team Heart Trust NTA, we would like to extend our sincere gratitude for such a thought-stimulating presentation on not just biblical principles from the Bible about ethics, but also 10 things unashamedly ethical. I would have loved to be handing you the keys to our brand new 2015 Mercedes-Benz. But I trust that this token of our appreciation will convey to you our love and how much we really appreciate the time you take to come to give us such word of wisdom. May the Lord bless and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and give you his peace. Amen.
Thank you very much. I love art.
So we were told.
Alright, at this time we will invite our soloist, Miss Andrea Hines, to serenade us a bit.
While we wait on the track to start, it starts. Can we start it over and just give me a little more volume? Thank you. All protocol observed. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's start again. With some more volume, please. Holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you pain. Go ahead, release your tears. Don't even be ashamed to try. Listen, you gotta be bad, bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool.
gotta be smooth, you gotta stick together. All I know, love will save the day. Hear what your mother say, read the books your father read, try to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have caused you pain, others take a different view. My, oh my, hey, you gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, gotta be stronger. Gotta be cool, gotta be smooth, gotta stick together. All I know, love will save the day. Don't ask no questions, it goes on without you, leaving you behind if you can't stand the pace. The world keeps on spinning, can't stop it if you try to. Time, it's danger staring you in the face. Remember, listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Long as they may cause you tears, go ahead, release your fears. My, oh my, hey, hey, hey. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, gotta be smooth, you gotta stick together. All I know, love will save the day. You gotta be bad, gotta be bold, gotta be stronger. You gotta be hard, gotta be tough, gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be smooth, you gotta stick together. All I know, love will save the day. Gotta be bad, gotta be bold, gotta be so much wiser. Got to be tough, got to be smooth. All I know, love will save the day. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, gotta be tough, gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be smooth, you gotta stick together. Cause all I know, love will save the day.
Congratulations to the icons, and congratulations also to Heart Trust NTA. I believe it's such an honor when your name is on the lips of the average Jamaican. You know, you touch people at all levels when your name is constantly on their lips. It's good to walk around and when you ask persons, where you qualified? Heart. It really is it's a testament to the work that you're doing. So congratulations to the organization.
Just believe it. There's nothing to it.
sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and I fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Oh, I believe I can fly. See, I was on the verge of breaking down. Sometimes the silence, it seems so loud. There are miracles in life I must achieve, and that's how I know it starts inside of me. Oh, if I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Then I spread my wings and I fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Oh, I believe I can fly. 'Cause I believe in me. See it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I spread my wings and I fly away. Just watch me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I know I can fly. If I just spread my wings. If I just extend myself. If I put my faith in God, I know I can fly. I believe I can fly. I know I can fly. I can fly.
Colin, do you think you can fly?
I believe no.
Well, we want to really thank Andrea for giving us that motivation today to know that we can fly. And it just takes an opportunity to believe, and it can happen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to that very special time in the evening's program when we are going to be looking now at our finalists and to get to the point where we have that difficult decision to make as to which one of the five just eked ahead, because they're all so good. In order to help us to prepare for what the program is, though, we're going to change the order of the next two areas of the program, and we're going to ask Keisha Smith to come now and just give us a quick synopsis as to what is this thing that the Heart Trust has been investing in for the last 10 years, and why is this so important, and why is it such a significant thing on our calendar of events? And then after that, Colin, what will you do?
We will invite Mrs. Shona Newsom-Mary to tell us a little bit about what she has done as the Reigning Values icon over her past year. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll invite now Ms. Keisha Smith.
Good afternoon, everyone. All protocol observed. I have been charged this afternoon to give you the overview of the Values Icon program. In 2005, the following 6 core values were defined to reflect how and why we do what we do as an organization. The core values are quality, partnership, teamwork, learning, creativity, innovation, customer satisfaction, and relevance. These have been classified as levers for promoting change as entrenched in all areas of our operations, including the staff selection interviewing process, the performance management process, and the development of our customer service charter. The Values Icon Award program was introduced to recognize employees nominated by their colleagues who have exemplified the organization's core values, encourage others to live these values, and those who possess the potential to coordinate activities to enhance the values integration program throughout the organization. Now, who is eligible? All permanent employees who have worked with the organization for at least 1 year, including probationary period, except members of the HR division, sorry Anika Nisha, and temporary employees who have served a minimum of 3 years continuous service are eligible to participate. The nomination process. An eligible employee can nominate one person only from any unit, department, or institution. Nominees scoring 95% or more on the nomination form are shortlisted, and then they're invited to attend the interview. That's the first interview. The first interview is conducted by a panel using the behavioral interview technique in order to ascertain how the nominee has satisfactorily demonstrated the values during work-related activities. Further from there, nominees who scored 85% or more on the first interview advance to the second interview, which is more situational or hypothetical in nature. Nominees will, as part of the interview, be required to do a presentation on their proposal to the panelists of the Values Project to be implemented during their tenure. What is this project? The Values Icon of the Year will, during his or her tenure, develop and implement a Values Project among employees. What else goes with this? There's the awards and recognition. The winner of the Values Icon of the Year and the nominees receive several awards and development opportunities. What's the tenure for this? It's a 1-year program. The incumbent is tasked with developing during this year a project commensurate to the core values. So let's retrace our steps a little bit. Who have these Values Icons been over the year? In 2005, you had Mr. Gregory Wint. In 2006, Mrs. Linda Doman. 2007, very familiar name, Mrs. Grace McLean. In 2008, Mrs. Elizabeth Terry. In 2009, Mr. Dwayne Price. In 2010, Mr. Adrian McIntosh. In 2011, Mr. Andrew Mitchell. In 2012, Mrs. Natalie Plunkett. In 2013, Shona Newsom-Mary. Now this lends the question, who will be for 2014? I'll leave you with that. Masters of Ceremony, Dr. Moses Spirit, or Chairman, Dr. Wayne Wesley, or Executive Director, our esteemed guest speaker, Mr. Eric Hosil, or Values Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's indeed a wonderful privilege for me to be here this afternoon
having served as your values icon for 2014. It was really a great joy for me to have won this award, and I really take the Values Icon program personal. When I was asked to implement a project, I thought about what is it that the organization really needed. And when I saw the customer satisfaction rating of the employees, I said, I have to find something that will lift our spirit, Mrs. Leach. And so the concept of the values integration program came into being, taking the values off the walls and putting them in our hearts. And so during the year, I sought to implement the program, and this program started with some training. I believe that we ought to know what the values are and how we could implement them into our daily work lives. And so I approached Dr. Wesley, and I said, Dr. Wesley, I really need to be at one of your senior management meetings, because I really think that this is where we ought to start. If we get it right at the top, then it will trickle down to the other employees. And so he kindly facilitated me. You know, and being the values icon, you get a lot of privileges. You know, I got to sit with the ED and have a whole hour of talk and let him know how I feel about the organization and what I think can move the organization and so forth. You know, you get a lot of privileges. I also was very privileged to go to board meeting and meet all the distinguished board members of the organization. And Dr. Peart told me, you know, if you're having any problems, call me. So I didn't call the Dr. Peart because he was very obedient, you know. Yes, and I put him to the test. So he had to send me on a business trip, you know. I put him to the test. But nonetheless, I felt really very elated as I went through the training program. When I put the program together, I thought about getting somebody to come in and do an intensive training with our management team at different levels. And I started getting some quotations, but when I brought them to the table, you know, they were just too much, expensive. And so I said to myself, like the song just said, I believe I can fly, and I believe I can do it. So I said to myself, I'm going to take up the challenge and I'm going to do the training myself, Dr. Holmes. And so I conducted 7 training programs, including the executive across the organization. I went across all 4 regions and had workshops in each region. And out of that, the institutions wanted me to come to the individual institution. So I'm still in the process of implementing the program. And I'm still continuing to implement it. So the person who wins this afternoon, you still have me on board with you. I'm giving you my commitment. And we have trained over 240 persons across the organization in this values integration program. How did we go about doing it? It was a workshop setting, so we took each core value and we break it apart and we say, what is it that we can do to implement customer satisfaction among ourselves? What is it that we can do to do teamwork? And we went through all of them. But what came out very alarming as I went across the different regions, and we touched from the executive down to the groundsmen. And I was really happy when I went to Kenilworth and we got into our hugging sessions. And some of you are here will remember that when I taught you how to hug each other without being sexually harassing, as pointed out by Mrs. Ingleton, you know. And they really felt good and I really think that if we continue to implement these things, then we can create a culture of a heart that cares. And so Dr. Wesley, I'm putting my reports together that I will send to you shortly that will include the profile of the Heartress employee as said by the team members who are in the program, and the profile of the kind of leadership that they want to lead them. So I'll send it to you. I thought about customer satisfaction, Dr. Wesley, and I thought that the month of November should be our month of customer focus, customer both internally and externally. And they say anything you do for 21 days straight becomes a habit. So I didn't think about just one day, but for the entire month. And after the 21 day, we will have a special focus day. So think about it. For our learning, innovation, and creativity, I thought about the pledge competition, the core values pledge competition. As I said, we have to take it off the wall and put it in our hearts. And I remember the national pledge and how it becomes a part of who most of us are today.
And so the pledge competition was launched, and while I'm talking about the pledge competition, I'm going to invite Susan Williams-Reed and Eva Laws just to join me right here. But the pledge competition was a competition for somebody to write an organization pledge that embraces all the core values, something that we can learn easily, but something that speaks specifically to what we do on a daily basis. So the competition was launched. We had several entrants. Then we had the committee selecting the top 5 pledges. Then it went down to the individual, the top 2 individuals, and that's why these 2 persons are joining me here today, because I really want to recognize them. So I want to say to you this afternoon that the organization now has our core values pledge. Yvonne Lois, who is right here, she has been awarded the prize for developing a pledge that was catchy, a pledge that was relevant, and a pledge that speaks to what we do as an organization. Susan came very close, and so I had to make sure that I gave both of them a prize. And so Susan this afternoon will walk away with a gift certificate courtesy of the Half Moon Hotel, and she is going to have 50 minutes Swedish massage at their Ferntree Spa. So Susan, congratulations. Congratulations. All right, I'm going to invite Yvonne to come. And I'm going to invite Yvonne to come. Yvonne has won for herself an iPad Air 2, courtesy of Nearshore Call Center Operations. And so Yvonne is going to be presented with her iPad Air 2. I'm going to now ask Yvonne to read the pledge, because it's her pledge. She has now created history. She is now taking the core values of the walls and she's going to put them in our hearts. So Yvonne, I'm going to ask you at this time to share the pledge.
I'm so pleased. Heart Trust NTA's core values pledge. I pledge to deliver customer service and be zealous for lifelong learning while demonstrating creativity, innovation in executing my job functions. I pledge to contribute through teamwork and meaningful partnerships in maintaining the organization's relevance to the Jamaica and global workforce. Thank you so much, Yvonne. And at this time, you are going to be the first group. And Yvonne is the Employment and Career Services coordinator for the Northwest region. Thank you so much, Yvonne. At this time, I'm going to invite everyone to stand with me. And just like when we make our pledge, we are going to make our pledge this afternoon. I want you to say after me. I pledge to deliver quality customer service.
I pledge to deliver quality customer service.
And be zealous for lifelong learning.
And be zealous for lifelong learning.
While demonstrating creativity and innovation.
While demonstrating creativity and innovation.
In executing my job functions.
In executing my job functions.
I pledge to contribute through teamwork.
I pledge to contribute through teamwork.
And meaningful partnerships.
And meaningful partnerships.
In maintaining the organization's relevance.
In maintaining the organization's relevance.
To the Jamaican and global workforce.
To the Jamaican and global workforce.
Thank you so much. I want you all to learn it and make it become a part of who you are. Thank you. You may be seated. And as I close here, I just want to say to the person who wins this afternoon, all top 5 persons, you are all winners in your own right.
And just to let you know that I am here available to give you 100% support. God bless you all.
Colin, did you hear the pledge?
Yes, I did.
And you know, although for 2013, Shauna has done this, this is really something now that needs to be a part of us.
Yes.
I pledge to deliver quality service and be zealous for lifelong learning while demonstrating creativity and innovation in executing my job functions.
I pledge to contribute through teamwork and meaningful partnerships in maintaining the organization's relevance to the Jamaican and global workforce.
Dr. Barrett, your organization, sir, is moving forward.
Yes.
This is our pledge. Well, you know, Colette, we're winding down.
Yes.
I think Keisha really did it well. What is now going to happen?
Oh, I'm nervous. Are you nervous, finalists? I can imagine. I'm nervous and I'm not part of the finalists. No, we're going to be inviting Mr. Westwood Smith, and he's going to be presenting certificates to all our finalists. Already you are all values icons. So, So we'll invite firstly Alison McIntyre. A round of applause, ladies, our finalists.
Thank you. And now coming all the way, there are two things that you're getting today. You'll be getting plaques and certificates all the way from Runaway Bay, Marsha Grant. Please put your hands together for our operations manager of the Cardiff Hotel and Spa.
Our internal auditor, Sheila Williams. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Keep the applause going. Yes, give them your support. Let them know we are very proud of them. And the lone gentleman in the group, Mr. William Molliver.
And the farm ladies.
Yes.
Sasha Shimhu, all the way from Ebony Park, a deputy manager. Thank you so much, Mr. Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time is finally here. We're going to ask Ms. Donata Russell, Manager of Customer Care at the National Housing Trust, to join us on the platform. Yes, she'll join us there. And who's your runner-up, ladies and gentlemen? Who's your runner-up, Mr. Holmes?
You know, from an HR point of view,
everybody is a winner.
Yes.
So how do you get a runner-up? I tell you, it was really quite a difficult decision. The interviewing panel had an external person, the manager for customer care at the National Heart Trust. It also had our board director and chairman of the National Housing Trust.
We're partners, Andrew. Yes.
And we also had the board chair for the HR subcommittee.
Right.
And I also sat on that committee, and I'll tell you, we had a struggle because we can now say that the winner of the competition earned that space. It was a very close competition.
All right.
So I will let you go ahead.
I understand. So,
can we get a drum roll? No? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, our runner-up by a very close and thin margin for the 2014 Heart NTA Values Icon Award is none other than...
Let's give them the profile. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yes. So,
here is this person's profile. Is there a way that you can read it without calling
yes,
it?
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
I really am going to try. The person has a Master's of Science degree. Not giving it away yet.
The person also worked
at Heart Trust. Yes, definitely.
Right. And the person has been in the company for quite
some
a few
time.
years. The person has worked in several areas and has worked in several areas.
And the person has vast expertise
in many critical areas of the company.
Yeah.
The person originates from a certain area in Jamaica.
Oh, tell you what.
Yes.
This person came from the neighboring, where I'm from.
Where you're from?
Yes.
So, where are you from?
Should I tell them?
Not yet.
No.
But in the person's spare time, they enjoy spending time with family. And they enjoy surfing the net. And they enjoy the outdoors.
Yes. Have you guessed?
The person has a very positive attitude.
Yes.
And very excellent skills in this area right here.
Right there.
Yes.
And not only that, I'll tell you a little bit more that would probably give them away.
Yeah, see here, see the word here.
Yes.
The person is very
analytical
and
has strong problem solving skills.
That's right, and has also supported personal and professional development. Who is that?
Tell you what, this person has modeled all 6 core values.
Yes, very so.
I think
very
so. Yes.
It's not so, Mr. Smith. That's
of
right.
Of course.
So now, Papa.
Let's give them a little bit more.
The person has a first name and a last name.
Alright, let's just narrow it down just a little bit.
Right. The person has been in the trust since
2002.
And the person has a professional certificate as a revenue agent. And the person has a diploma in software engineering and
programming. Oh, you guessed it already?
And the person is a certified Cisco network associate.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the person is a certified instructor trainer for the Cisco Networking Academy program. And the person joined the organization as a teaching assistant.
Did you remember the video?
And the person is currently the
acting head of school at the HCIT. Ladies and gentlemen, our runner-up
for 2014 is
Alison McIntyre.
A rousing round of applause. There are other things to come.
So let us now invite Dr. Wayne Wesley to join us. And he's going to be presenting to the Values Icon 2014. Now, we're not going to...
How are you going to do this one, Holly?
Tell you what, we're just going to tell them. The Values Icon for 2014 is the Values Icon. Yes. Isn't that person the Values Icon?
Yes.
Yes.
And this person is an employee at Hard Trust.
Yes.
And the person has certificates in supervisory management, enterprise risk management, people management, performance management appraisal systems, industrial relations, internal and verification assessment programs, research methodology. Oh my goodness. The person has a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and doing other things. You go ahead. And the person has how many names to their name? 1, 2, and then some dashes and another one.
Yes.
Who is the person?
Ladies and gentlemen, the guiding philosophy of this individual is success is not measured by what you do compared to what others do. It is measured by what you do with the ability God gave you. Who is that person? Ladies and gentlemen, your values icon for 2014 is the farm lady, Sasha Shinyu. Let's salute her.
She didn't do that when she was on the, on the video.
Thank you, Jesus.
Please remain, Sasha. Please remain. No, you're not supposed to wipe it off. Would you please put another one back? He doesn't want it wiped off.
Alright, we're going to be inviting our Senior Manager of Employee Relations, Mr. Jerome Gardner, and he will be presenting Mrs. Shimhu with the computer equipment. Yes, thank you, Dr. Wesley. Mr. Gardner.
Did somebody say a car? Oh. This is the first time I've seen Jerome lost for words. And while Jerome is doing his special Santa Claus gift, we're going to ask Janet Dyer, who is the Director Principal for the Cardiff Hotel and Spa, as well as the Hart College of Hospitality Services, to also come forward.
And she will be presenting our values icon with Weekend for Two at the Cardiff Hotel and Spa.
I don't know how she's going to do that, because you see all of those people on the video. I think everybody wants a part of that, so not sure how she's going to do that at all.
I'm very close to Cardiff.
And while that's going on, we're going to ask Onique Dixon, who is the research assistant, who will be presenting also to our Values Icon for 2014, the special gift from the organization. And this, I'm told, you can actually take to BOJ. Now, Sasha, we know that you're probably speechless and you're not quite sure what to do, but you can't go down yet. Oh, she's actually going for something. And now, Sasha, the podium is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2014 Values Icon for Podcast.
Thank you so much, everyone. I first want to give God thanks. 4 weeks ago, someone prophesied over my life and said, your gift will make room for you before great men. And as I sat in the final interview, I told the panel that the only choice can be Sasha Shimpu. And I said it on the premise that the Lord already told me. So I have to give God thanks for that. So I have to now say that the journey has not been one that is easy, but it has been one that was worth it. And I have to thank Heart Trust for seeing it fit to establish such a program that exemplifies the values that we all have. I'm sure at a tender age we can all remember being told to love thy neighbor as thyself, to treat others as how you want to be treated. So we all were brought up with core values. But what Heart Trust is trying to do now is to take it from the core, from within, and for each of us to live it day by day. I want to really thank Robert Green, my director principal, my daddy, my boss, my groups, my everything. This gentleman has been my cheerleader. The Ebony Park team, you saw it on the video that teamwork truly makes the dream work. That I'm grateful. But this award is dedicated to my mother, Jeanette Shimhue, who has served the organization for over 20 years and still continues to serve part-time. This lady has molded and shaped fabulous, articulate, wonderful, core value-driven lady that you see before you today. So I'm really grateful. And I'm thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for Heart College of Beauty Services that did my makeup. Please clap them and beat them although they are not here. And as I leave this afternoon, I want to remind us that we must live the core values every day, because it is truly the Heart Trust way. It's not about what we say necessarily, but about what we do, because the Bible says, let your light, and I want to say, let your core values, what? So shine before that day your good work and glorify your Father who is in heaven. So live the core values every day, because it is the Heart Trust way. God bless you.
Congratulations, Sasha, and all the best for your reign. We will now invite Ms. Tanya Smith, Senior Administrative Officer of Human Resource and Administration, to bring to us the vote of thanks.
Masters of Ceremonies, Mr. Errol Holmes and Ms. Colette Carr. Chairman of the Board, Dr. Moses Peart. Board Member / Chairman of the Board Committee, HR Committee, Mr. Gresford Smith. Other members of the Board, Executive Director, Dr. Wayne Wesley. Guest Speaker, Mr. Eric Osin. Other Senior Directors of HEART, nominees, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, pleasant afternoon. It is my honor this afternoon to deliver the vote of thanks. As project leader for the Values Icon, I stand here proud, and I want to say thanks to the Almighty God who has taken us here this afternoon to be a part of the 10th staging of the Values Icon of the Year Awards luncheon. Indeed, it has been 10 awesome years, which saw 10 hardworking employees who, in the eyes of their fellow colleagues, consistently displayed most or all of the core values of the organization. Special thanks to the nominators this year who saw it fit to nominate a candidate of their choice. And indeed, they have selected well, as all the nominees for 2014 are exceptional and have displayed the core values. To the nominees who this year have exemplified enthusiasm and character while remaining professional during the different stages of the competition. Your camaraderie has really lifted the awareness and interest of the Values Icon program among employees. And the word throughout the organization is that, and I quote, it turn up. For this, we say thank you. To the members of the planning team who worked tirelessly over the past 6 weeks to make this event a success, I would love to call them by name. Mr. Anique Dixon, Ms. Necia Douglas, Ms. Shanette Barnett, Mr. Alanda Dempster, Ms. Anna K. Taylor, Ms. Natasha Fraser Campbell, Mrs. Susan McKenzie, and my namesake, Ms. Teresa Smith. These individuals worked tirelessly to ensure the success of the program. Today, I am proud to say that while they are not able to participate in the program, surely they have displayed the core values, and for this, please join me in applauding the team. Special thanks to Mrs. Nisha Grant Carr and Miss Michelle Grant, who, though not directly on the planning team, each year assisted with the development of the video interviews of the top 5 finalists, which is always creative and well done, as you can see with the interviews that were shown earlier in the program. This afternoon would not be possible without the support of the following departments and locations, who, without hesitation, provided continuous support to the program. They are Ebony Park Heart Academy, Heart College of Beauty Services, Garmex Heart Academy, Marketing and Communications Department, Educational Technology Management Unit, and Media Services. To Ms. Christine Edwards, Director of HRD, the department to which most of the members of the planning team are assigned, thank you for your patience and understanding, even in times when you were without a full staff complement. These persons were missing from their desks, busy helping with one area or another in the Values program. Special thanks to the following persons as well. The internal judges, Ms. Keisha Smith,
Mr. Jim Monroe, and Miss Elizabeth Terry. And to the external judges, Miss Donetta Russell and Mr. Gresford Smith. And even though he's not external, he was on the final leg of the interview, Mr. Errol Holmes. And thank you to the Hart family for your continued support. And I say to you, the Values Icon 2015 process starts now. Start looking for the candidate that displays the core values of the organization. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go, I would just like to call up 3 persons. These persons are part of the planning committee. They went above and beyond. Mr. Onik Dixon, he was like my brother, my friend, everything. I could actually lean on him for everything. 11 o'clock at night, I can call and he's always there. Mrs. Nisha Grandker, she, although not a part of the main committee, she has done well. She has gone to country, do the interview. People complain that I don't get any wardrobe, but I just want to say thanks. And last but by no means least, my trainee. He is such a good help. He eats the rain, wet him up going down to Azan to get prizes for us. So I'm really, really appreciating, and I just want to say thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
I'm going to call it, although the vote of thanks is done. I would just like to, on behalf of the executive, on behalf of our chairman, on behalf of the board, to really thank the person without whom this competition would not be successful. She is unheralded. She probably sometimes is even unrecognized, but she works tirelessly to get this thing done. She has quite a huge portfolio, but she never complains, at least not very loudly. And she works hard to get this done. So I would like to, on behalf of my boss and his boss and the board, to thank Tanya Smith for all the work that she continues to do to make this happen. Tanya, turn around. I have told Tanya we could never pay her for her full value, but one day I am sure the good Lord will give you that. Thank you for all that you continue to do, Tanya, to make HRNA stand out and to make the Values Icon successful.
And it was indeed my pleasure serving as MC for this esteemed event. And I am very happy to have served with you, Mr. Holmes. And it was my pleasure, double measure. And if you enjoyed it just half as much as I did, then you would have enjoyed it immensely. Thank you.
As the Values Icon says, live the core values every day. It is the hard way. God be with you. Have a good evening.